Hi everybody, thanks for joining me again today. Today we're going to do Autumn Equinox from Nurture Soap. And we're going to attempt to do put some titanium dioxide for some white. We're going to do some for a fly mica. We may do a gold line, I'm not sure. A very small hint of green, and then we're going to use cocoa for brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my oils. Everything is cooled down. My lye is 91 degrees. And my oils are at 86 degrees. So I'm going to get the oils into a bigger container so I can mix everything together. And we're going to scrape everything into the bowl. And as soon as I get everything into the bowl, I'll move it better into the camera. I'm just trying to clean off the table just a little bit here. I'm trying to get every ounce of oil I can out of here. I'm not going to get it 100%, but I'm going to do my best. And then I'm going to pour my lye into, this is lye and goat's milk. And if you see how thick and creamy it is, we're going to add that into our oils. And then once I get that in there, I'm going to get my gloves on. I mix everything and blending it because I don't know what pumpkin oils do. I'm not sure if it speeds trace up or not. So here we go. We're going to blend. Always put your blender down in, and then we'll burp, what they call burp it. Go ahead, set that to the side. Bring up my containers that had the oil in it before, and we're going to do our colors. Now, first thing I'm going to do is do my yellow. And I'm just going to do a little at a time and see where the color is. Now, I used this. We didn't like it when we got it. So I said, well, there's no need of wasting it. Why not color my soap with it? And a lot of people does use this. And I found that it takes a little bit more of this to get a darker brown. So I'm going to do that. I don't want a really dark yellow, so what I'm going to do is do my brown first. I want more brown than I do the yellow. I know that. I'm just stirring this to see about the feel. Sometimes it can trick you and have a false trace, so that's why I wanted to let it rest first. And I think I'm going to stick blend it just a minute more, just to be safe, because when I put the fragrance oil in, it's going to really change things. Go ahead and add my fragrance oil. So this is a small batch, so I'm going to eyeball about an ounce, about half of my bottle, a little bit more. and then we'll see what it looks like. Oh goodness, that smells so good. I'm going to move my mica there so I don't turn it over. Now this is not supposed to accelerate trace or change color or anything. I did that because it changed the texture. It's actually really thin now, so I'll be mixing it, so I'm going to pause you all. So I went ahead and I put the colors in here, and I'm going to mix them up one at a time. That's not yellow enough for me, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. Better, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this gold in here. I want it to be like an autumn look, but I don't know what I'm really getting here. That's better. It's more of what I'm looking for. Okay. Now I'm going to scrape that one off. Clean it up just a bit. I'll leave all we can behind. No, it's not perfect, and I'm just making a mess here. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the brown. Get my lid on here fast, and I did put a little bit of titanium dioxide into the batter just to lighten it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stir this a little bit, and then we'll brown is not brown enough for me, so I'm just going to let it sit for a minute and see what it morphs into while I do my green. And if it don't change any, then I will work on it a little bit more. Get my container over here. Get this stirred in just a little bit because it kind of hit the sides here, and I want it all down in there if I can. There we go. Okay. That looks somewhat better. Scrape off our spatula. Get all that goodness down in there if we can. Okay. There we go. We'll get it better just in a minute. Now let's stick blend this. I didn't want a lot of green because I wanted to look folly, like, you know, there's still a little bit of green hanging on, but not a lot. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side, and I'm going to add one more spoonful of the brown. I'm wondering if I could put brown with that green. I don't know. Just gonna put just a little bit more because I don't think it's gonna do too much more to it because this is not really a brown, a dark brown. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get it up to trace just a little bit better than it was because it's still liquidy and I don't want a false trace, so I'm going to blend just a little bit and I'll be back. Okay, we're ready to put everything into the mold, and everything's still fluid and able to work with it. I'm going to pour just a little bit of brown. And I'm going to get my shimmering mica here, shimmering gold, as I should say. I'm just going to tap just a little bit on top. And I'm hoping whenever I pour my other colors that it will push it down in there and I will have little lines different places. Not sure if that is what will happen, but we'll see. I'm going to start with my green. Let's get a spatula for hit. So far, everything's still good and fluidy. Now, like I said, I didn't want a lot of green, so I'm just going to do a little at a time with hit. I'm going to go ahead and move that. Do our yellow. We're going to do a little bit thicker with the yellow. I'm not sure if that makes a difference or not, but we're going to try it. And I'm going to do some more brown. And we're just going to keep doing that. Just a little at a time. Till we get it done. Back to the brown. I'm just going to go up, down, and up. And yes, I'm making a mess. There's drops here, there, and yonder. But that's okay. Do a little bit more of this. I just want specks of gold in there. It don't have to be perfect, but you know, I'm trying. I just want to try something that I've not tried before, so hopefully it works. Back. I'm going to go way up high with this one. I'm not sure if it makes a difference how high you pour it or how low you pour it, but we'll find out, won't we? Greens next. You have enough for one more little pour out of the green. Let's see. One more thing of mica, and then we're going to, this spatula is not good for scrapies, so I'm going to scrape all this off here that I can with this one. If you can, and you got a Dollar Tree that has these Betty Crocker, spatulas, get them. These are the best spatulas for scraping. I am the world's worst to scrape anything. I'm not very good at it, but these help me so much. And they get the stuff pretty clean, I can say. That'll work for that. Okay. Now let's scrape your yellow here. And mix with a little bit of green, but we're at the top, and usually the top, you know, is mixed anyway. So we'll do one more drizzle here. Get it all down in there. And then we're going to finish it off with brown. And we're going to pour it up as high as we can. Not waste any of this. Get all of it we can off of there. Okay, now let's get this one going. I'm going to go up as high as I can without making a mess. Okay. Now the cocoa powder is a little bit gritty compared to the micas because there's sugar in it. So I've not had it do anything to the soap wise. Now this batch of soap makes 3 pound. This is a 2 point something mode, so it usually makes 3 pounds, but it looks like it didn't make that this time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this set up because it's still a little bit liquidy, and then I'll bring you back to texture the top. I have decided that I want to try the hanger swirl with this. So as soon as I get this coat hanger fixed to go down in there, then we'll be back and see if we can get it to work. Okay, I think this will work. I'm going to start in the middle and go swish, swish, and go swish, swish, and then go swish, swish, and then I'm going to leave it that way. I'm not sure what that does. Can't really remember. But it's still kind of floaty, so I'm not going to do the top yet. But we'll see. I don't know if the pumpkin is what made it that way. Usually mine's. And it looks like I'm going to be able to decorate the top. We're going to see here. I want to do lines on this side, and I want to mount it up on the other side. And yeah, I could be more particular with the way it's turning out, but I'm not going to be. So I want to mount this up this side. It smells so good. If you all have men in your life that wears colognes and stuff like that, they will love this smell. So I'm going to go back over it with a fork again. Now, get the glitter. See, our glitter is not there. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Let me find the glitter. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put glitter on the side where the fork is. I know men probably don't like glitters, but I think it's pretty, so I'm going to do it. I made this soap for my dad because it smells like underarm deodorant that he uses. So that's why I'm doing this with that. I'm going to just a little bit mica on this side, just on this top edge where I mounted it up. I don't want it down in this other side. And you can see the glitter flying everywhere. It's so cute. I don't want it to be overpowering, but I want it to come through. Okay, I think that is that for that. And I think it turned out pretty. And I think it's going to set up and do what it's supposed to do. We're going to clean up our edges here. Our container. And 1 ounces of fragrance oil was a good. I will order this again. This puts me in mind of my dad, and the smell, you know, if I put the whole 2 ounces, would have been, you know, I believe too much for the batch size that I had. In this batch, I did olive oil, coconut oil, lard, and pumpkin oil. And I think it turned out great. I can't wait till it cures. Thank you all for watching my video. Like and subscribe. Thank you all.